Hello and welcome, my name is DigiCole. Now for anyone who knows me, they know I love my technology. And what I have here is the HF380 by Heaven Fresh, which is a 7-stage air purification system. It has 7 stages of proven air purification technology. And what that means to me is it can clear my air from dust, allergens, chemicals, cigarette smoke, odours, microorganisms. It really is a fantastic bit of equipment. It's actually DIGITASTIC. That's how I look at it, because it does everything it says on the tin. It's easy to use, it purifies my air, it can clear up to 650 square feet of air, comes in through all the multiple entry points and pumps out pure, fresh air. What more can you ask for? It's extremely easy to clean as well. You have the front of hair that just pops off. The buttons on the front are nice and easy, which tells you if it needs cleaning. I don't need to do all the thinking anymore, because it's going to tell me. I don't have to just guess whether it's dirty or not. A red light will pop on, tells me it needs to be cleaned. I pop off the lid, clean it. It can either be washed, and the parts behind it then can be wiped down and cleaned. In addition to that, now, if you're like me, I've got computers everywhere. And what computers tend to do is they tend to put positive ions into the atmosphere, which I've heard aren't very good for you. Now, I'm not an expert on this, but I take what people say. If they're not good for you, I want them gone. Now, what this does is it pumps out negative ions. Now, they're slightly heavier, and they will attach, they'll bond themselves to the positive ions and drag them safely down to the floor, and they'll be hoovered up in time. So if you're one of the people who clean regularly, those positive ions will be cleaned up at the same time. So really what you're talking about is something that can not only purify your air, but also gives you a great living environment. If you're the person who's got pets, for instance. I've got a small dog. She's very furry. Her fur gets right up my nose. So with this air purification system, I can safely say we can have the dog, and it's not going to cause too many problems when it comes to allergens and so on. Because it's intelligent, what it also has is an auto button. You press on the auto button, and that thing can then monitor the air. It will monitor the air for a period of time, and then it will let the computer inside this machine know what it needs to do, what speed to set the fan at. So you don't have to do anything. You just put it in a room. You'll let it monitor the air conditions by opening a window for maybe about half an hour or so. It will then monitor what the air should be like, and then from there onwards, it will then start adjusting itself to clear the air, to make sure that the air you're breathing in is super clean. It costs about €250. Now that's a small price to pay, because a lot of the time some people can spend €250 on a night out. I haven't done that for a long time, mind you, but some people would do that. Think about what you're doing to your body if you're going out and drinking every night. And then you can make it all better by getting yourself an air purification system, not going out for a few weeks or how long it takes to build up that kind of money. And you're now talking about breathing in fresh air, not just for you, but for your whole family. You can all breathe in this quality air for a price which is no more than a ticket to oxygen. So what I would say is that if anybody is interested in things along these lines, it's a good investment. I've used it now, I've had it for about 4 months. I think I've grown taller, which is a little bit strange, but that might just be to do with how good the air quality. Well, my kids have certainly grown taller. But in addition to that, I know that the air we're all breathing in is pure quality air. And what I also know from that is that with the pure quality air that's coming in, if there is anything going on with these viruses, and on a serious subject with the swine flu and so on, at least it's just one step in arming yourself for things along these lines. You can't go wrong with that. My name's DigiCole. This is the HF380. It's DIGITASTIC. Now just have a look at some of the specs. See you soon.